So I just recorded this, but everything deleted itself, so here I am doing it again with a new character, a new world, and new everything. So yeah, this is Terraria, but I start in hard mode. So the main goal for this is that I'm just gonna kill the mech bosses, like other people who've done this challenge have done. There's not really any rules except no crate fishing, because that would make it too easy. And I want to do a part 2 of this, which would just be like me finishing off the game after that. So if you want to see that, um, since I'm still a very small YouTuber, I'm gonna say 5 likes for part 2. But anyways, yeah, let's just get straight into it. Alright, so starting off, I just got my more advanced character who had already beaten the game to kill the wall of flesh in my world, and just let hard mode begin. Next, I logged into the world with the new character, and I just started chopping down a ton of trees, and after not long at all, I already had 3 NPC houses. The guide had moved in while I was building the houses, but after I finished them, the merchant also moved in, and then it was time for the first night. Forgot to mention that just before nightfall, I did a little bit of exploring. There was a desert on the right side and a corruption on the left. However, just before the corruption, there was one of those little hills with like the little caves in them. So I went in. It was just some climbing claws and the vine rope thing. So yeah, it wasn't that good, but it was better than nothing. And then the first night came along. I literally just stayed in my house all night. There was nothing I could do. I survived the first night, and the first thing I did was try to go underground. So after a little while of mining, I ended up finding nothing, just a spear and an overworld chest. So I went back up to the surface, and the demolitionists had arrived, so that was pretty good. I bought a couple bombs, but then I instantly ran out of money, so yeah. I then went underground, and I ended up finding a life crystal, so after that I went back up to the surface, went to the desert to make a couple houses for the nurse and arms dealer for something I wanted to get later. Then I just sold some of like the shittier bars in the game just so I could get a bug net. I did this to catch critters because they're a good way to make money. So yeah. Okay, so after making the desert pylon, I started going a bit more to like the right of the world. But straight after the desert, there was a hallowed jungle, so I had to go back again. Also, a couple seconds after I finished that recording, the nurse arrived, so yeah. Yeah, after the nurse moved in, I decided to go back into the jungle, see if there was any loot just like right at the edge. There wasn't, and I basically instantly got cornered by a tortoise and a dirtling, so I had to go back again. So after realizing I couldn't go into the jungle yet, I did what anyone would do and just go straight back underground, because it's probably the safest place at the moment and the best for grinding, and as soon as I went underground, I ended up finding the wizard, so I had to make a hallow pylon as well. Before going back up to the surface and making the pylon, I wanted to actually do some more looting, so I found a underground house, and it had a claw in a bottle, which is good for mobility. After dying a couple times, I went back up to the surface, and the arms dealer had arrived as well, which was really good, because it meant I could start selling critters and saving up for the item I wanted, which was the shotgun. The travelling merchant was also there, but he didn't really have anything. After that, I built a few houses in the Hallow so the wizard could move there, and eventually I'll be able to get a pylon for the Hallow. The dye trader and painter moved in, which meant I had a couple of full towns. As you can also see, the towns are very close together. If you didn't notice, I'm playing on a small world in normal mode, so yeah, since it's a small world, everything's going to be really close. Anyways, I went back underground. As you can see from the recording, I found a minecart track and nearly died, but I didn't die because I'm so cool, totally, yeah. And I ended up finding a gold chest which had a mace in it, so that was a nice little upgrade for now. I also got an emerald hook, but I forgot to record me crafting it, so yeah, just enjoy this clip. After a little while of mining, I found a glowing mushroom biome, and I also found a diamond cave, so I managed to upgrade to a diamond hook. I also got into a Discord call with my mates, and they decided that once I get into the, well, main part of the game, I guess you could say, like the climax of the game, I should take a melee path.
No,
So yeah, enjoy
can't
our
say memes around it.
conversation, because it's not about the
You're gonna get.
class.
I thought you couldn't say the J word. I thought it was alright to say the M word.
No, no, no! It's not, no, that's a meme! You can't say You can't say memes around her anymore. You're gonna get the feds on you.
Yeah, I also died, but anyways, after that I found the spider cave, which is probably the most important thing for this run. Anyways, with the bars I found, I made some temporary upgrades, which was literally just a set of tungsten armor. Wasn't too much. Then at night the Eye of Cthulhu spawned, which I forgot to record, but I beat it because it's probably the easiest fight in the game. So yeah. Anyways, I kept digging down, found the underground hallow, and I ended up getting some shoe spikes. Nothing really special. After that, I found a magic mirror, and I nearly died straight after. So that happened. I also had enough money from collecting critters and stuff, so I also bought the shotgun, which was also really big in this run. I also crafted up an endless musket pouch and an endless quiver, just in case I needed the arrows. I knew I'd need the musket balls, so yeah, those also came in quite useful. At this point, I got really cocky and tried to explore the jungle. I ended up finding the Abigail's flower summon, which is, yeah, it was not the best. And yeah, I just instantly died to a tortoise afterwards. After exploring far enough into the jungle, I decided to set up a town since I wanted all of like my pylons and stuff to be sort of like further away from each other. I then went back into the cave and finished my elevator, meaning that I was finally in the underworld, so as an avid Doom enjoyer, I could finally start killing some demons. After exploring hell for just a little bit, I went back up to the surface and a blood moon was happening, so since I was going melee, I wanted to try and see if any clowns could spawn so I could get banana rangs. I got extremely lucky because the first and only clown during that blood moon dropped 4 banana rangs, so I was over the fucking moon. After getting the banana rangs, I got a bit cocky and I decided to explore the corruption. Turns out, getting cocky was good because the banana rangs destroyed everything. After getting past the corruption, I also found the snow biome and I also got to the dungeon. After getting to the ocean, I decided to explore the other side of the world. I got past the jungle and I thought I saw something under the ground and it was an enchanted sword. After this, slime rain started, so I decided I might as well go over to the snow biome and try and get an Amarok.
Every time he's on
So
camera.
I tried to farm an Amarok, and King
Because, you
Slime
know,
spawned.
there are
Didn't
no
end up
ac-
getting it, but
Oh,
don't
what
worry,
the
I
fuck
get
is
the
that?
Amarok later.
What are you? You look gothic. Oh. It gives me the vibe that it will be in... What's that country called again? That Dracula set in? Fucking...
Hey Corey, I'm assuming it's Corey.
Okay!
Oh, it's not Corey!
It's not Marco!
No, I'm not Marco. You know what? I fucking.
Also, you'll probably hear my mates in this video a lot, just don't worry about our conversation, we're just having a laugh. Anyways, after that I went back down to the spider cave to farm some more fangs, and about half an hour later I had everything I needed, so I could make spider armor, the spider staff, and the queen spider staff.
Prophecy.
I also upgraded my furnace to a
Prophecy,
hellforge.
Prof Core. Professor Core.
Then I went into the underground desert and I found the golfer. After getting some better accessories like the Doom Rider boots, I then decided it would be a good time to farm the Eater of Worlds so I could just get stuff. I also killed the queen bee because
Man's
I wanted
last name
the
literally
witch
tells
doctor
his
to move
future.
in because obviously since I'm going
Man's
a
first
melee
name is
route,
Fuel.
I'm gonna need the
Man's gonna be someone
plus
else's
Man's
slave.
first name is Fuel.
different
Man's last name
debuffs.
is Profession.
And I also wanted to get the leaf wings as soon as possible, so that's why I fought the queen bee.
Pronouns.
Thirdly, I
How's that
decided I
going
might as
tonight?
well fight
That's
Skeletron as
me.
well
Yeah.
because I was trying to make some
Sorry, didn't
houses
being in my
in the
pronouns.
Yeah, how's
snow
that show
biome.
tonight?
I'll hop to
So
it.
yeah, since
Hop
it was
to
literally
it.
right next to it, I was like, yeah, fuck it.
You're
Alright.
you're a smithing stone, baby.
What does that even mean?
It means what I say it means.
Oh my god. Stop.
I then went into the dungeon so I could get the
You're
Mirror
my
Master because
whore.
I wanted to craft the Night's Edge.
Calls.
While I was in the dungeon, I also got a Shadow Key, so I decided I might as well go down to the Underworld to try and get a Sun Fury and Dark Lance. I then went ahead and decided to fight the Goblin Army because, you know, the Goblin Tinkerer exists. Also, I'm just realizing that the cropping on this video is really weird, for like the Goblin Army clip. Don't worry, I'll be back to normal after this. Alright, so not long after I defeated the Goblin Army, I ended up finding the Goblin Tinkerer. I just did the usual stuff, just buy the rocket boots and Tinkerer's Workshop. And then I went back up to just my town, put down the workshop, and I just got all my accessories I needed. I wanted to upgrade my boots further, so I went to the underground tundra, and I found ice skates so we could get frostbite boots. I then realised I had enough money, so I went over to the witch doctor in the jungle and bought the leaf wings, so I now actually have a good source of flight. And then I wanted to explore more worlds because I'd been spending the last couple of hours searching for accessories for the Terra Spark boots. And while I had a few of them, there was still a couple I was missing, like the lava charm. So I searched a couple worlds and eventually I got everything I needed. At this point in the game, I was finally ready to take on the Wall of Flesh. I was doing this to get a warrior emblem, but before I get into that, I just want to go over what I have at the moment. So to start with, I will go with weapons, and I have 4 banana rangs, a Sun Fury, a shotgun, an enchanted sword because I haven't taken that out of the inventory yet, a spider staff, a queen spider staff, and also a mirror master, which I'm not going to be using because obviously I'm trying to use it to make a Night's Edge. Armor, I have a full set of spider armor. Accessories, I have a star veil, Terra Spark boots, leaf wings, a obsidian shield, and there was one other, but I don't have the recording for it, so I can't exactly remember what it was. So yeah, let's get into the fight. Okay, I just searched through the recordings, and turns out I just didn't take off Lucky Horseshoe. I thought I put something else on it, but it must have been after the Wall of Flesh, so yeah, never mind what I said about not remembering the 5th accessory. So I went down to the Underworld and through the Guide Voodoo door into the lava, summoning the Wall of Flesh, and this is a perfect time to talk about Winters, the Twitch streamer. I hate him. He is an actual fucking piece of shit. He is a racist, sexist, homophobic asshole, and I hate him so much. He is actually such a twat, honestly. Plus, he also can't take jokes, and apparently he got someone in my school pregnant. I'm not sure how much I believe that, but I mean, it's Winters we're talking about, so it could damn well have happened. Anyways, yeah, long story short, I hate Winters. And with that, the Wall of Flesh was defeated.
Oh.
Alright,
Meant
so
to- no, I
first
mean,
thing I
not
did
meant-
was go to
it
Demon
was,
Altar and craft the Night's Edge, because
wait,
I
just
forgot
going-
to do that before the Wall of Flesh, and
was the
then
red
straight
one.
after that, I decided to smash the altars.
Red.
I'd already got a couple of frost cores, because I thought, since I'm going melee,
No,
if
what's it called?
the world gets blessed with adamantite, or make frost armor, if it gets titanium, or get
It
titanium.
is.
We end up getting cobalt,
the
orichalcum,
fucking-
and adamantite, so
ivy.
I'm gonna go with frost armor.
I did.
So I smash a few altars, summon a bunch of wraiths, and then just teleport
I've heard
home.
of that. Yeah,
And then I just let the mining begin.
Oh, there it goes.
we get it. I agree with it.
So I had to farm the wall flash to get warrior emblem, so here we go again. Jesus Christ, Winters, don't get me started. He had this sus thing in his Discord server, which was like, just told everyone when people's birthday was, which was just like, there's a lot of creeps on Discord, you know, so that was just really bad, because, yeah, obvious reasons. So, yeah. And then I got the warrior emblem the next fight, but I forgot to record it because I'm stupid. You know how earlier I said let the mining begin? Yeah, psych bozo. It started now. So yeah, I just made an orichalcum pickaxe and anvil, that was pretty much it. I then took a break from mining because I wanted to get some actually decent hard mode weapons, so I made a farm in the Corruption, Crimson, Hallow, and Snow biome. I started off with the Snow biome because I made that one the biggest, since I wanted to get quite a few things such as the Frozen Turtle Shell, the Icicle, and the Amarok. And I ended up getting a Godly Amarok, so that's really cool. So I'd got the Amarok, but no Icicle or Frozen Tortoise Shell yet, so instead of farming for those, I decided to take another break to actually get the mining finished. So I made the Adamantite Forge, and I also got a full set of Frost Armor, which I gotta say, Frost Armor, I've never really seen many people talk about it. Even though I know it's more popular, it just feels underrated. I don't know why. But yeah, I love Frost Armor. Anyways, after crafting the Frost Armor, I went back into the Underground Tundra. And I did some farming for a couple of hours, still got nothing. Even with all, like, the pretty much maxed out luck. But I was told Skeletron Prime was gonna spawn, so I was like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna die, so that'll be a good break from farming. So I decided to not make an arena, not prepare any buffs, and just go and die to Skeletron Prime, but that's not exactly what happened. Since this is one of the longer fights on here, I'm going to talk over it for a while. I wanted to talk about Markor. Markor255, the YouTuber, the polar opposite of Alpha Winters. Markor is such a cool guy. His content is so good. He is nice. He is funny. Like, Jesus Christ. He really is a father figure to me. He also hates Winters, because, I mean, Winters goes to our school, so, yeah. And Markor also goes to my school, so we are homies, you know. We vibe a lot. He's got some good content. You should go check out his channel. I will leave a link to him down in the description. He recently released a new video, just like ranking songs from 20 different Friday Night Funkin' mods. So yeah, I think that was a pretty cool video. I'd highly recommend you watch him. I've already run out of things to talk to, so enjoy this guitar cover if you can hear it. Fucking, hold on a second. Alright, nice. Shit. Alright, the fight's probably done by now. I forgot how long it is, so I'm just gonna hope it's done. Yeah, thanks for listening to that if you could hear it. Jesus Christ, I'm honestly surprised that even picked up. It usually never does. And also B, yeah, I'm shit at guitar at the moment. Yeah, please don't judge. But anyways, with that, Skeletron Prime was defeated, and before I go on to the video, I just want to, like, because I did that, as like, that if you want me to cover any songs on guitar, let me know. I don't mind. Yeah, anyways, let's get on with it. Alright, guess what? Turns out he's not dead yet, so I'm gonna probably do another one, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. I swear to God, if he's not fucking dead by now, I'm gonna piss myself. Okay, and just like that, Skeletron Prime was dead. I totally knew when he was gonna die. Knew everything about it. But honestly, in all seriousness, I was really surprised that I would beat him. I didn't have an arena. I didn't have buffs. Bro, I didn't even have full hard mode equipment. Most of it was pre-hard mode weapons. I was so fucking surprised. Like, oh my god. I am, yeah. As I said, I'm shocked I beat him. So, yeah. Anyways, moving on with the video. Right, so after killing Skeletron Prime, I went back to the Underground Tundra. I ended up getting the Icicle quite quickly, so I also decided to farm for the Frozen Turtle Shell, which didn't actually take too long, so I'm happy about that. So then I went into the Corruption. Obviously, Corruption Mimics drop the Chain Guillotines, so I got those. I was happy with that. And I think I got a couple other things, can't remember what they were. So next I moved on to a custom underground crimson I made. So yeah, I basically started farming in there. Farming crimson mimics. I was trying to get stuff like flesh knuckles, tendon hook, and what's it called? Fetid bagnacks, the fast claws. You know. Yeah, I ended up getting a couple of those, so those are some good upgrades. Next, I went to my Hallow farm. Main aim was to try and get the flying knife, or whatever it's called, because obviously, as I've said, I'm taking a melee route. Didn't get it. Was also trying to farm for the rod, but I also did not get that, so yeah. Oh, I also got the power glove and the feral claws, and combined them into the Titan glove, whichever way it goes around. And yeah, I ended up upgrading it into the Berserker's glove because, yeah, melee. Then I went on and did an absolutely massive farming session. So I did some fishing in my artificial crimson, got the blade tongue. I got 6 more banana rangs, which took forever. I got a Drippler Crippler, a Sergeant United shield, which is, Captain America in it. And a Shadow Flame knife. And also, while I was farming, I realized I actually got a ton of ingredients for the Unk charm, so I decided to just finish it off. So yeah, I've got an Unk shield as well. Bet you weren't expecting that, because most people get that at endgame. Yeah, well, I'm not a bozo. I also needed to increase storage in my house, and as you may have seen by the recording, my house is starting to look absolutely hilarious. It's so funny. It's like 2 balls and a cock. Anyways, with that, I was basically ready for the climax of this challenge, which is obviously. I wanted to start by fighting the Queen Slime, then I wanted to go for the mech bosses again. Well, when I say again, I mean Skeletron Prime again, and the rest of the mech bosses. So, without further ado, here's the Queen Slime fight. I again did not use an arena for this because I'm too cool. But for the mech bosses, you'll see I did use an arena. Anyways, with that, I was basically ready for the climax of this challenge, which is obviously. I wanted to start by fighting the Queen Slime, then I wanted to go for the mech bosses again. Well, when I say again, I mean Skeletron Prime again, and the rest of the mech bosses. So, without further ado, here's the Queen Slime fight. I again did not use an arena for this because I'm too cool. But for the mech bosses, you'll see I did use an arena. Okay, next up we have the twins. Um, I again don't have anything to say, so just enjoy the fight, I guess. Yeah. And finally, we have Skeletron Prime, the last boss of this challenge. Since I defeated him earlier, uh, the big man probably had some beef with me, and he wanted revenge, but no. No, literally just no. Enjoy the fight. And with that, the challenge was over. This was honestly an absolute blast to make, even if I did have to make it twice, because the first time when I was uploading it, everything fucking deleted itself. But, anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed making this video. Again, as I said at the start, 5 likes, and I will just make a video of me finishing the game, because why not? And, yeah, not sure what else there is to say. Obviously, I will leave a link to Markle's YouTube channel in the description. Comment down below any guitar covers or just any type of video you want to see next. And, yeah, like the video, subscribe if you want to see more from me. And I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.